So, a lot of times we go to these beautiful retreats and everything, and we learn these huge things, and then we go and we try to incorporate it in our lives. And then the reality is that I got 5 minutes to do this, 3 minutes to do that, and I don't have time for this. And I traveled around the world. I sat with the people. I sat with the medicine women. I've sat with the teachers, and I've embraced what they had to teach. And then what I've done is I've tried to incorporate it in my own life and made it more realistic and more practical, because I'm just like everyone else. I have a schedule to keep. I have 50 million things to do. I have children that I want to take a participate in their lives with. So when I look at how and what I've learned and how to incorporate it in my life, I think that that's really the foundation of what I bring forward for people. Is I take this knowledge and then I wrap it in a way that is doable and accessible and meaningful in their lives. That you don't have to go out and call me in order for you to be able to make this hurdle and jump, but that I give you the tools you already possess versus tools that you have to go and purchase, okay? And give you the framework of how to use the tool. And then once you engage that, I just ask you to stand the test of time and consistency. The more consistent you do it, notice your own changes in your life. The more consistent you do it, notice more changes in your life. And you don't have to look outside of them, and you don't have to have people judge you. Basically, all you have to do is just be yourself, and people will come forward to you and let you know, hey, what's going on? What's changed? Something's different. I just noticed that you, and they will tell you what they see and how it's different. I love ancient work, and I really believe the sole purpose of Infinite Possibilities, the business that I've kept, is to bring ancient knowledge and to execute it in modern times. And that's what you will learn with me if you go on a 7-day retreat. I'll bring you to the process of being able to identify some of the hurdles you want to get over your life. But the beauty is that you walk away with tools that are actually doable, that you don't have to purchase outside or do anything, but just notice, just remember, and then execute what you notice and what you remember, and just make a different decision. And the beauty of that is that you're not running to a book. You're not running to some external thing. But all you have to do is just bring forward what you already know. Just remember. The number one word that I use within my retreats and within my workshops is notice. Notice. And I share that word with you now. Notice how you think. Notice how you make a decision. Notice who is in the lead when that decision is being made. Notice the sound of your voice as you're making that decision or as you're making that statement. Does it make you feel good? Because if it doesn't make you feel good, you know what the other person is getting on the other end. That if you notice your own behaviors and you notice things within yourself and you change things within yourself, the impact to others is automatic because it's not the same anymore. It's not your usual. And therefore, it doesn't deem the usual response. Noticing is a reflection. And what happens is we start that reflection of how we are and what we do. We usually do it in times of when we're doing mundane tasks, right? So we're sweeping and we're thinking about how the day went. We're gardening and then our whole day is flashing by. We're doing the dishes and it's just like we're thinking about that conversation. And see, the beauty about noticing And the practice of it is that we do that in times in stillness, but when you're really good at it, you'll notice as soon as things are taking place. You'll notice your thought process as it's coming to you. It's like, oh, I'm thinking about such and such, and that was really negative. And it was about to come out of my mouth. And you catch yourself before it comes out of your mouth, and you're like, oh, no, I don't want to go there. That's not what I choose. And that is a beautiful thing. One of the ancient practices that I learned that was more powerful than anything is not only just to notice. We think that we have to monitor every word that we say, but one of the most powerful things is silence. Listen and allow that pregnant pause, as awkward as it wants to be, so that you completely collect your thoughts and you completely digest what you heard, and you don't anticipate what the other person is saying and anticipate how they're going to finish their sentence. And the beautiful way that the natives practice this is by a talking stick. How simple is that? You don't get to talk until that stick is passed to you. As simple as something as the principle of the talking stick, of which this one's mine, and this is one I use. In learning how to fully listen and engage a person. And we as people want to commiserate, we want to interrupt them, we want to tell them our story. And what we don't realize is we're interrupting the thought, we're interrupting the chain of thoughts, the ability to fully listen, because we're so busy racing within our own minds to commiserate, or, oh no, I saw a tear, I have to hold them. And what I learned is that holding this, which represents holding my mouth closed in silence until I receive this to speak, fully digesting what's been said and what's been heard, and then articulating my thought is huge, is powerful. So after I have it, I say what I need to say fully. I complete my thought, uninterrupted, so that others don't interrupt me. And then I pass my turn on. Imagine if we could actually hold that concept when we're engaging and speaking with others in a conversation. And then we hear something and we go on a half-baked path and we didn't completely hear, and the person has to go, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. You're getting insulted, and an argument starts, because sometimes we don't even want to hear, because that perception is reality. We've created our reality. We've created a whole scenario that doesn't even exist because we half listened. These are basics. These are things we possess. These are things that we can make our lives so much easier if we just learned how to practice listening and reflecting and noticing and catching ourselves and preventing ourselves from interruption. That's why I love this talking stick. That's why I love the practice of the talking stick. And I'm a New Yorker. And I am fast. And if you've ever lived in New York, I hope that New Yorkers can relate to this, because I am a down home, born, raised, and we speak fast, we do things fast, and we will finish your sentences for you. And we will finish your thought for you. And if you're saying it too slow, we will take over the sentence, finish the sentence for you, and then continue on the sentence, because our minds are just that quick. And that's why I had to learn to notice. I had to slow it down and allow people to complete their thought and fully reflect and listen and digest it, and then speak.